I'll VAR that in the edit.
Ian is already referencing VAR because he knows there's something exciting coming up in Madrid. Listen to him. VAR. Oh, dear.
Very awful rubbish.
Milo.
Ian?
We edit in audio. There's no video at all in the edit.
Oh.
Okay, AAR.
AAR, Audio Assistant Referee. There we go.
Added audio.
It is a month of being inclusive, Ian. We're incorporating AAR into
So are you saying audio identifies as video?
Well, it could do.
No, we're going down a rabbit hole here.
Milo, look at Milo.
Francesco. Oh no, Francesco said that the pin link doesn't work.
Yeah.
Francesco.
Well, you pinned it there, Francesco.
Francesco?
What happened to Italian?
What's the word they use?
Pizza.
Reliability, Ian.
Reliability,
that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's German motor.
German reliability, isn't it? What are Italians famous for?
Alfa Romeos.
Alfa Romeos never work.
No,
they break down lots.
No, Italians.
Styling.
But didn't Italians create
pizza?
But Ian,
Ragu.
Ian,
Can you drive a pizza, Ian? I like how we've gone from one cold open to another that we also can't use.
Milo, I've got an idea. This is a safe bit for a cold opening. Right, third time asking. So, general election, boys. Tonight on episode 174, I'm dreaming of meeting Fernando Morientes in Madrid. Ian Vassafal trusts me that Gaze Camendieta is probably also worth visiting in Madrid. And Milo, even if I told you Vicky Lasada was coming to Madrid, you still wouldn't be able to make it over in time, unfortunately, mate. They are all, of course, football references to Madrid GOFest, but welcome back to the here we go. Welcome back to the Incensed podcast. Guys, I've confused you, but how are you all doing today?
Masterful 27 used confusion. It was super effective.
It was super effective.
Whoever you said to Ian sounded like a cheese to me. And whoever it was that you mentioned to me, isn't that a character from Little Britain?
Vicky Lasada. Could be. She certainly doesn't look like that character from Little Britain.
But
the show that
from the
could
West
not be
Country
made these days.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, goodness me. But otherwise, all good, mate. Fantastic to be back on. And I can't wait to talk about what you've lined up in the show notes for me.
Let's face it, let's be fair. Mark didn't line this up. Niantic lined this up. We just have to announce this news. But you were given the honour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Which I'm going to have a lot of fun with that later.
Well, the fact that you're dyslexic, we're pronouncing some of the names that you're going to have to mention.
It's not going to go well, but we'll muddle through.
Exactly.
Niantic listened.
But boys, I've got to say this because Mark's mentioned it already. We're excited. This time next week, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we'll be at the tail end of the second GOFest of this year.
Ouch.
I'll have probably finished watching your videos on a sun lounger with an Aperol Spritz.
It depends if you get internet.
I'll have internet. Don't you worry about that.
Don't you worry
I want
about
no
that.
cross my reins. I will definitely have internet.
I will make it happen.
I'm going to use a reference that I've said every time we go into GOFest season. Just want time to just apply its handbrake just slightly.
I know it became real earlier today when I realised that I've literally got one more working week and a day, and then I'm flying out to Madrid
to get your shiny crabs.
Just to get.
I'm not being funny. I just want the BA site to allow me to book a seat. It just keeps crashing every time I try
Have you not
and
booked
do
yet?
it.
Oh God!
No, I've booked it. I've got flights all booked, but when you go on the app to try and book your seat on it,
Oh, okay.
it says site's not open, not allowed. It doesn't allow you to do
you've got a
it.
standing ticket then.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I'm not concerned because I'm
Mark's in
flying out.
1965. He's just standing on the plane. Wait.
Yeah, I'm not concerned because I'm flying out very early on Friday, so I was expecting it to be a plane full of space
Pokemon
and
Go players.
Pokemon Go players. I'll be sleeping on the plane, but
It's
I
only
think
a 2-hour flight, isn't it? That'll be a cat nap.
yeah, it will be. But like I said, it's almost there. It's almost there.
I'm excited for you boys and anybody else who's going to Madrid.
This whole season is going so fast already. It's crazy. It really is.
I mean, we're only on the 4th of June.
Sendai was last week. Next week's Madrid. It's like 3 weeks till we're in New York?
Yeah.
It is going so quickly. And then, like 5 weeks and it's...
Right.
Moving on.
Slow down. That's all we want.
Roar of time.
Slow
mate.
down.
Roar of time.
Mate. We're going to pause it and we're going to enjoy it. But no, it is it's mental, isn't it? Let's face it.
I think what's mental?
What's that?
BTS for the audience. We need to plan these live shows as well.
Yes, you do.
Milo, that was so non-committal.
Milo's like, I'm not going to be there. You can plan it yourself.
Well, I mean, I have no input on Madrid.
Milo.
We expect you to be fully involved in Madrid in some way, shape, or form. We're going to phone you while we're out there.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, you won't get an answer.
Why? Because you've got no mobile signal.
No, I only have enough for Pokemon Go. That's it. It's like incoming call.
How
from
about
we
blackmail you? Do you want Necrozma raids?
Oh, yeah. We'll get everyone in Madrid.
Everyone in Madrid is going to say no. Don't send Milo an invite until he answers the phone.
Well, it depends if they're at the bottom of your friend list, Milo, doesn't it? You might. they might let them have
If an Necrozma raid comes from Madrid, I'm in.
So everyone, you heard this. It'll be too late by the time you hear this show. No, it won't be actually.
That's perfect timing.
The first 5 Necrozma raids that come from Madrid.
Yeah. That's true.
Anyone who's got a heart and a soul, don't send him any Necrozma raids.
No, let him save his money for New York.
I'll be raiding in person then. It's a different game item.
But Milo will be very much involved in the Madrid live show.
Yes,
of course
he will.
I'm
looking forward to hearing what you guys do with it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think that's a good intro for our listeners. So,
pop your Incensed, champions. Let's go.
And we're going to be sending you all the shiny Hunter look your way. And the reason we ask you to do that, if this is the first time you're listening to our show, it's a bit of the inception of Incensed podcast. It's the whole thought of you being out playing your game, out in the real world, and listening to us with you on your journey. But now, with Roar of Time and all that other good stuff now, you can extend it and do what the hell you really want with it. We want to hear about what you achieve, and that is using that world-famous hashtag, which is Shinies of the Week.
Could you clarify the spelling?
And if you use that hashtag Shinies of the Week, which is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK, it will help us locate your exciting successes, or maybe some of your failures as well, if you really want to use that hashtag to highlight those. But if you use it on our social media platforms, which includes X, Threads, Instagram, Discord, and Campfire. If you like to do it the old-fashioned way, we have an email address, which is contact@incensedpodcast.com. Also have a voice message feature on WhatsApp, which is +44 759 269 5696. And to those podcast platforms which feature it, certainly they do on Spotify and Apple. If you've got our podcast and you subscribe to it, whilst listening to it, there should be a nice little plusy symbol or a little message us logo within the podcast app, and that will allow you to message us directly. So there you go. We're making it very easy for you to contact us.
There's
so
no
please
excuse.
Take advantage of it, and like as Milo says, there is no excuse. But anyway.
And if you really want to do it the old-fashioned way, you can send a postcard to Milo Whitfield, number 2.
Walpole Park.
Number 2, Go Flock Yourself Road.
Shinies of the Week Avenue. Anyway.
Shinies of the Week Avenue. Postcode is SH1
7OF.
Off.
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Oh dear. Well, we're going to jump into the first part of the show, and that is the getting to know you section. I enjoyed it last week, actually. If you haven't heard it already, listen to episode 173, because we did some good old-fashioned Would You Rather, and they actually did make me laugh, and I missed those, actually. I think they're really good. That I've decided to do it again this week. Hey! No, I'm only messing with you.
What?
No. I was going to put a link to the website, and we could have picked our best ones off it as well.
I'm doing it again, but now
The Woods
really
went
just
on for
pick
about
it up.
half an hour last week, even in the edit.
It was a long section.
I was going to get some dice we could roll and go 57. Big dice, actually, that would be. 5 and 7, 57.
5 and 7, yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't get a 7 on the dice, would you, actually?
I hope not.
No. Oh, God, no, definitely
What
not.
dice are you? Actually, if you get one of the gaming dice, you might.
One of those big, weird shaped
The
ones.
Warhammer dice, with like about 20 sides or something.
D&D and all that, isn't it? They got them, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, let's not go down that route.
We don't have
D&D.
those, so.
We don't need to alienate anybody else this week.
So, the getting to know you question is as follows. If you had to lose one body part, what would you pick and why? Remember, this is going to go to a poll, and I think being brave and having a good reason for it might secure you the W. So, Ian, I'm going to let you set the scene on this one.
I've got to admit, when I woke up this morning to
You're on the
show
operating
notes
table.
and I saw this question, I must admit I had to read it 2 or 3 times just to kind of make sure I was reading what I read. And I'm playing it safe. If I had to lose a body part, there isn't a part of my body I would want to be without. So I'm actually going to steal an answer from something that happened to a very close friend. If I had to lose a body part, I would choose one of my toes because I wouldn't lose balance and I wouldn't be visibly missing an appendage.
Depends which toe it is. If you lose your pinky, you'd keep falling over, wouldn't you? Isn't that the law of Milo? Is it the pinky creates the balance?
I don't know. I didn't know the rule on balance.
It's the big toe, isn't it, that does the back.
I have a habit of tripping over things with
yeah, so there's no
toes,
difference
so it makes really no
for
difference.
you. Actually, depending on which side you tend to trip over onto, you could counteract it with losing a toe on the other foot.
Yeah.
So we can be very specific here. So you're saying left-sided
I'm
small
not saying
pinky
anything.
toe?
I'm saying a toe.
I'm saying left toe,
not a big
quite
toe. It
the
wouldn't be a big
second.
toe. It would probably be one of the middle ones, I think.
A middle toe,
Middle
Ian. Is that
toe,
what you'd
yeah.
lose? A middle toe.
So you could do the Star Trek thing with your feet.
with my toes. Right.
So
Live long and prosper, Whitfield.
That was it. Live long and prosper. It's just doing it with his foot.
Oh, my days.
Goodness me. Where
How are
do we
you
go
going
from
to
there?
tope that, Whitfield?
Oh, God, get yourself out of here, Vassar. That was horrendous.
That was awful, Ian.
That was
I know.
really bad. So he says body part on there, but he doesn't say if it's from external or internal.
You can't say like you'd shave because that's not a body part.
It could be anything.
Not where
It's
I was
part
going.
of your body. It's part of your body.
So, because I like the way I am, I'm like Vassar, I don't particularly want to lose a part of me,
I don't want to lose a part of me.
including
I read it
a
as
toe.
losing
I quite
a
like
body part.
including my toes. So I would go for the thing that is actually technically irrelevant in the human body, and a lot of people have it out when it decides to backfire on you. Your appendix.
Copying what Massa said.
Body part? You see, I'd
It's
say that's
part
all.
of your
It's part of
body.
the body, Ian. It's
Okay,
part of your
I
body.
totally read the question wrong then. Hey ho.
No, but Ian, you can change it if you want.
No, he can't. He's locked in.
No, I can't. After last week's final runtime, we haven't got the allowance.
So
Energy
Ian
or
has
enthusiasm to
locked.
do that.
Ian has locked in his middle toe of his left foot.
Right. Well, that's a great question because I was thinking about it, and I'm not saying it'd be pleasant to have what I'm going to pick removed.
I'm interested to see what you're going to choose, actually.
But I think it would potentially prevent a lot of future problems if you did start having them. Obviously, it's genetic. A lot of these things are.
Yeah.
When I looked at this originally, I was being really hardcore, and I thought, do you know what?
Yeah, like me. Yeah, totally.
My head.
Yeah. I was going to go, do you know what I'm going to do, Ian? I'm going to take a left foot off and just
Oh
have
my
one of those little, like those springy legs that you see the athletes
yeah,
have. Because it
prosthetics,
might
yeah.
actually improve my balance in a bizarre way. And also it would take a bit of pressure off my my foot. But then I realised it would be just as bad for my knee, potentially. So as some of the biggest content creators say, Ian and Milo, and I laugh every time they reference this, it could be the end of my Pokemon GO career.
Oh no!
But I was thinking about it and I thought, do you know what? When they go wrong, they're flipping horrible. And I know a lot of people haven't done, but I would sacrifice a wisdom tooth for the part of it because you ain't going to see it. And
I love
this beautiful
We've gone
smile.
down in severity.
Seriously, I'd
Ian's
I'd
chopping-
lose a tooth. Jesus Christ,
Ian's
you two.
chopping a full-on part of his body off. I'm having an operation that happens quite frequently, and Mark's having some light dental work.
I wouldn't say light dental work, but yeah, dental work.
Okay, it's sort of more severe, but he's having some dental work that happens so often.
So I've noticed with these questions, though, Mark always finds a loophole to make it something.
What
not
is his
too
question?
bad. Yeah, exactly.
And a wisdom tooth is not nice in the face. It is horrible
Yeah.
surgery to have them taken out. But
It's not bad having a toe off.
Well, you chose that, Ian.
Yeah, 'cause I read it as a physical body part. I didn't think, I'm going to have my tonsils taken out. Jesus Christ, boys.
Ian, no, I'm not losing an ear. Right.
Just the outer bit, maybe. The outer bit of the ears.
Just a lobe, maybe.
It's a lobe.
Because I thought, I've had a thought of my head. It's like, because you could donate a kidney, and that's technically losing a body part.
Make a bit of money in the process.
It depends where you are, yeah.
Depends. I
Yeah.
mean, there'd be a lot of Pokecoins.
I mean, in London, they'd probably pay top dollar for that. Black market and
Wait,
all
was
that,
it-
yeah.
Depending on which restaurant.
Are we happy with those answers, guys? Are we locking them in? So we've got a middle toe.
Well, you and I are definitely locking in our
And a
answers.
And I'm not allowed to
Is it-
change mine, apparently.
No, we've
No,
selected the
wisdoms.
exact toe you're going to lose.
I thought he was going to say, I'd lose a toenail. That would be good.
Because it'll grow back.
Oh, man.
Next Community Day challenge you have to complete, and the loser has to lose the body
Can you
part
imagine
that they named
oh
on
yeah,
this
I'd
episode.
lose my parting.
Ian, do you know what we should do for GoFest season? We should all grow our moustaches. I don't think anyone's doing that in the
No, it's
Pokemon
like,
Go content
LA,
creation.
I
We
lost
should-
all of mine.
and take it off when we're out there. Well, and I'm going to let Milo lead into something that's probably as equally exciting. Go on, Milo.
I'm not sure it can eclipse Ian's toe operation, but we'll do our best. So, the event has just concluded today, obviously early in the week as you listen to this. Stadium Sights event that brought in Shiny Emolga to the world outside of Sendai GoFest, of course. And, little 4-day event. We're going to talk a little bit about our thoughts and feelings on it, how we thought the event played. What did we get? Did we get a chance to play it at all? And then we can give it a good old Incensed podcast score out of 10. I really enjoyed this event, and it's a good sort of format to move forward with. What's it called? Spelunker's Cove that's
Yes,
happening
that's the next
alongside
one.
Madrid. It's
Yep.
the stupidest name ever. And there'll be something running alongside New York as well. But I don't know about you guys, but it made me feel sort of partially involved with the GoFest in Sendai because you're chasing the same new shiny that they're all going for at the live event.
If you can find the tasks.
Yes, all the wild spawns that were, when they're windy boosted, they spawn less. That's what I found. It was very peculiar. You had the option of field research tasks, as Ian has mentioned, which were explore 2 kilometers. You had some rarish wild spawns or 7-kilometer eggs, which obviously are limited per day, but only had the Emolga, the Galarian Farfetch'd, and Riolu in them. And I was very lucky during this event with Emolga. I got 3 in total,
One each,
which is
yeah, okay.
one from first research task check was shiny. A little bit later in the day, a wild spawn was shiny, and then earlier today, my last 7K of the event was a tiny shiny.
Nice.
I enjoyed the chase, the whole ethos behind it, really. And there was some decent-ish Pokemon. I'm sure Ian would be very thrilled that Pidgey was featured.
I love that Pidgey was featured. It didn't seem to, for me at any rate, didn't seem to come through massively from the Catch 5 flying type encounters.
That was mostly Zubat, wasn't it?
Sadly was. Mark would have been happy about that, though, I'm sure.
I never did those tasks. I did one and deleted it.
But I've got to say, I found it extremely difficult to find the Explore 2-kilometer tasks. They seemed very few and far between, and they seemed to get fewer and further between as the event went on, to the point for the last 2 days, I haven't been able to find one at all.
I noticed today was really bad. Like, I scouted probably 100 stops and found less than 10 tasks.
I spun at least 20 this morning before work, and not a one.
No, they weren't very common.
But in terms of the event, again, I'm torn on this one. It was a nice tie-in with GoFest Sendai. It was nice to see the Mons, or some of the Mons that were actually featured in the event. The wild spawns, certainly, and picking up on Emolga, the wild spawns were very few and far between. Struggled to find them in the wild. The tasks were rare. I didn't get any shinies. And I'll be honest, 7k eggs, they're not my favourite. And I pretty much forgot about them until like yesterday, to be honest. So didn't really have any luck with 7ks. It's okay for a GoFest tie-in. I would have liked to have seen something more akin to, and we're never going to see it again, if I'm honest with you, the GoFest events that we got in years gone by. I'm talking like 2017, 2018, where there were extremely boosted Mons available.
They had
in
a
the
proper
wild.
pool, didn't they? They had a proper pool
Yeah.
of stuff that was featured at the GoFest, and then the new shiny was within that, because I remember that for Germany 2019.
Exactly. And I remember Wingull and a few of the other ones that they were easy to get the shinies from. The game has changed substantially. Things are more of a chase, and it was okay for me. As I say, it was a nice tie-in. Nothing is going to capture the experience of actually being at one of these events.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I used to like the tie-in with events. If you couldn't get there, and I still fondly remember the Minimum and Plusle being available on that weekend, and you could hunt them down, and even like the most casual players could play a weekend around it and maybe get 2 or 3 of the shinies. And I thought that was quite nice. Wingle, I remember just getting a hat full of them.
That was a link to a Safari Zone, I think, wasn't it?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but I think like Safari Zones don't exist anymore. That's changed now, and I think with it, like you said, those event tie-ins are almost going through a new cycle now. And I think this was a great reality check for actually that is the way it looks like it's going to carry on. Where if you want to get the new shiny that's come out, certainly parallel to a GoFest being played, which has dropped it, you are not going to get it that easily. I think they can't give it away easily because we'll be hunting it in Madrid, won't we? Emolga.
I think it's at Global. I don't know if it's
no,
in
it'll be a global.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do we get another release in Madrid?
You'll be getting Crab Brawler as your one.
Ooh.
And in New York, we'll be having Ducklet shiny.
Well, there we go. So there's incentive enough there. But as I frantically look at my Emolga encounters during the event, I played it. As soon as that windy weather boost or partly cloudy boost went, you weren't going to get it. I think that was inevitably the problem with it. And we had windy weather for about a day. And typical, when I went out to go and play it, it became sunny. And
yes,
it's always the way, yeah.
The law of sod was there, but I couldn't. These explore 2 kilometer tasks were so hard to find. I mean, hear me out on this. To anyone who's going to say, well, they should be hard to find. If it was make 5 great curveball throws, I get it. Make them hard to find.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Yep.
I'm going. These were walking, exploring 2 kilometer tasks. So if you found them everywhere, you would still have to be walking.
Yeah, and it's not like you could keep picking them up because once you've got 3, you have to burn the 2K to then get them completed to then go back and find another one.
Exactly, and because they're not common, you're not working them in sync anyway.
Yeah.
So they're all finishing at different times.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the density of the stops and everything you have, and then how lucky you're going to be with the quest, because on the Sunday of the event, we found tons of the tasks. It was really good for the quests, but today I went around exactly the same area and found less than 10. So you're at the mercy of whatever Niantic
it's RNG, isn't it, for the
wizards
tasks?
decide to put in the quests for the day.
We all have to try and make peace with the RNG element to it. So, like, how many did I find? I found 6. Did I spend a lot of time trying to find them? Probably not. But there was certainly one day I did spend a few hours going out trying to find them, and there weren't many of them. And I was a bit like, okay, I made peace with that. I probably encountered about 35 Emolgas in the wild during the event.
A lot more than I did. Massive.
Which is pretty good, I think.
Yep.
But that was mainly when it was the windy weather and I wasn't out and about properly being able to hit it, which is a shame. And I've still got 3 research tasks. A bit like the boy said, that for those listening to the show, I've got 3 here. 1's ready to click and 2 have got a kilometre left. So you still have to align them up. Like Ian's just said, you're not going to get them all in symmetry and then walk to, click them and then find them. But I didn't get any shines during the event either. I was really hunting Cutiefly. Cutiefly was everywhere, which was nice. There was an opportunity for people wanting Cutiefly. Milo, did you get your shiny Cutiefly?
I did. Finally, I got one.
Of course you did.
Bro, I don't know. My luck,
I know you did.
The RNG on this event for me was just insane. I've never had luck like that. I mean, what was it? Sorry to burst your bubble, Ian. I got 3 shiny Pidgey.
Not bursting my bubble. I had no luck finding them. They just weren't shining for me. But
it's just
featured in
good,
GoFest,
good luck.
so it's all right. There's still time.
I'm going to be there, Ian, when you get it as well. It'll be a fantastic moment.
And people think I'm trolling. I genuinely want
You're
the
not?
shiny Pidgey. I've traded for 2. I've encountered 1 myself. I genuinely want to find the shiny Pidgey. It's a chase.
And you'll get it in and it'll be worth it as well. That's the thing I love about it. It will create another memory, won't it? So overall, I think it was quite a nice lead-in event to GoFest. Absolutely. I like the fact that, like I said before, we had a chance to get the new shiny. And I think actually Emolga is one of those spawns which it's not that common. It's quite rare, actually,
also,
isn't
the
it?
good thing with Emolga, it doesn't evolve. So you only need 1 and you're done.
Yeah. So Milo's got one for us both.
Exactly.
I think you
We
said
don't
earlier.
need to worry.
They're both taken. Sorry.
Yeah, Mark
Oh,
and me.
all right.
Sorted.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you've proven, Milo, and I think, again, this just goes to prove it with these events. If you grind them, you can get lucky in these events. I think if you get it with just trying to play it casually, casually is probably a disservice to
No,
level you can
even-
afford to play it with your
Even
life.
if you get you can get very lucky. Like theoretically, I could have stopped on Saturday morning if I was going to take it as a casual thing because I got it on the first research task check, which was the third check.
First?
Third check of the event because we found 2 wild spawns.
Move on.
Yeah,
Like,
done one, only
shiny
needed
Mulga,
in, only one.
done, dusted. But I kept going, and then a wild spawn was shiny later in the afternoon. And then today, unbelievably, a 7-kilometer egg was actually a shiny. So it's that sort of thing. Sometimes if you've got good RNG and you feel like shinies are coming through, you just got to keep going, really. If you want to, I'll stress that just to...
Yeah, I was about to jump in there and say it depends on your play style. Not everybody's a grinder.
So I didn't hatch a 7-kilometer egg all of the event. I actually forgot they were in the 7-kilometer eggs until maybe a day left of the event. I thought, no, I hate 7-kilometer eggs. Really don't want to keep hatching all the other ones.
That's fair enough. That's entirely fair enough. It was good having a limited pool, though. Only 3 Pokemon. And
That does
Galarian
increase your odds.
Farfetch'd and Riolu perma-boosted, which is okay.
So we've all said and done then. Stadium Sites event.
Mm-hmm.
What should we give it out of 10? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to take my experience and RNG sort of out of it. I'll give this a 7 out of 10 because of the play alongside Sendai GOFest, and some of the spawns were good, and there was a good shiny chase for a few of them. But that explore 2 kilometers task really bugs me in a big way. So that pulls it down a notch. And then, yeah, the rarity of how Emolga was spawning and stuff like that, even when it was focused, that kind of pulls it down again as a point. But a 7 out of 10, I'd still think is solid as an event. What about you, Vasa?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I, too, like the fact that it was a good tie-in with the GoFest over in Sendai. The Emolga, great chase. Tasks weren't frequent enough. Wasn't, for me, frequent enough in the wild. The Pull-a-Mons wasn't bad. It was a nice little event, but I can't give it higher than a 6 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the event and think, right, looking at a new shiny, by putting it into a limited egg pool, it kind of gives you a want there. We know the 7-kilometer eggs are limited. We know that. You know, I don't know what the egg drop rates were like from because I don't open gifts.
The egg drop rates weren't great because there were stickers coming through as well.
My egg drop rates seem okay. But
I must have opened about 6 or 7 gifts before I even got an egg with an egg space because I was just getting stickers instead.
Oh, really? I was getting stickers and eggs and gifts. So
yeah, I got a couple with both, but
I do think, I know we say this all the time, but if there's a 7-kilometer egg focused part of the event, just drop an egg as a guaranteed thing from a gift if you have an egg space. It should be like that.
That would have solved the problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because then you could guarantee that you'd be getting the egg drop.
Exactly.
But you got a chance to chase it at the eggs, which is obviously a 1 in 3 chance, so it's not too diluted. Unfortunately, the weather boost for that specific Pokemon made it difficult to find it, and it didn't spawn red a lot anyway. I do like the idea though you could get one without being in Japan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the same time, I think that was the compromise. That was the little bit of a, well, we're going to give you that chance. I probably agree with Ian on it. Actually, I'd say the only thing that stops me giving it anything higher was the fact that it was walk 2 kilometers, and they made those very difficult.
Understandable.
Why?
There was no need.
I think if anything, make them more readily available if they're
They
doing
should
that.
have been, yeah.
If they were more frequently available, people would have walked more, they'd have explored more. And let's face it, RNG, they may have got a shiny, they may not. I don't understand why they were so rare.
But it's that sort of counteractive aspect of what the quest is. You sort of think, if you want people to explore, make the 2-kilometer exploration task reasonably common, because then people will go out and explore and pick it up. But if you want to keep it rare, then put it as a different task. Like, I don't know, catch 25 flying type or something.
Yeah, make it a bit more tricky, make it more difficult.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'll give it a 6.
Yeah.
A 6 out of 10.
Well, boys, I think that's enough about us moaning over 2-kilometer tasks. I think it's time that we turn to our followers on X specifically, who are also going to very likely moan about the 2-kilometer exploration tasks. So I'll kick things off with my Italian bro, I am Prius. Has put it's just a gif of a skeleton crawling across a pavement.
Hi, I'm Giffers.
I am Giffus. Says to find the quest and then walk 2K each The 3 quests, it is a real
'cause
struggle.
You're walking more than 2k to actually find the quests.
Exactly.
Yep. I'll jump to our other Incensed admin, Sue Hermes Ninja, who said, tick, research. Found 5 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, despite driving for 4.5 hours through 6 towns. 0 today in my town. Tick. Spawns, about 80 Emolga seen in total. Tick. Shinies, 0. Tick. Eggs. 5 full batches of eggs hatched, 0 shinies or hundos. I wish the Emolga event had more Emolga.
That's fair, I think.
I think that's fair. Spikers29 has said, field research positive. Walk 2 kilometres for just an Emolga encounter. Not Emolga or, more likely, Togedemaru encounter. Negative. If you can find the field research. Walking at 5 kilometres an hour, it takes 24 minutes to do each one. Resuming normal gameplay once the event has ended.
There you go. That says it a lot. Barbs 1989 has said 2 kilometre field research were really hard to come by. Wild spawns were good as long as there was a weather boost. 7 kilometre eggs have had more Riolu than Emolga so far. All in all, it's an okay event, but it's frustrating to spin stops and only get the Pokeball research. And yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, the 1 kilometre.
So
yes.
that should have been a crime. Whoever at Niantic put that in place needs to go away for a long time. Explore 1 kilometre for 2 raspberries. Are you mental? But the spin 5 stops for some great balls, that was everywhere. Literally like an infestation.
It was. Not Gino Padula said, wild spawns were fine, rare enough, but not difficult to find. I disagree with that, but there we go. Field research tasks were definitely a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Little underwhelming, I think, is an understatement.
Yeah. There's one here from Rishi, not Rishi Sunak. No, I'm not going to include that.
Well, he'll have a lot of time on his hands soon, so he could start playing Pogo.
We will do, possibly. I think Lee put up the nail on the head, really. That was an event. Deeply meh.
Deeply meh. And Lucy Davis has said, I found less than 10 research tasks, 0 shinies as expected, because it's incredibly rare. Even the research is hard to find too. I've been hatching eggs as much as I can, no luck at all. So yeah, a lot of the same points, really.
Totally. I think everyone is feeling the same way with this one. Chicken Chaser 89 said, this is a pretty ho-hum event. My chase was just to hatch a shiny Galeria Farfetch, which I haven't done.
Oof.
Manage about 3 to 4 Emolga tasks a day if I really dig deep in my town. Maybe as many wild spawns. I've hatched a few on my quest to hatch Farfetched. Gimme Visor Sloth now.
Yes.
And Mike Lucas, sponsored by Greg's, has said, Mike, I think reiterate what a lot of us have already said and what's been shared by our amazing listeners. Glad that the research is not raid related or egg hatching related. No shiny yet, but barely found that much field research and found even less wild spawns. Decent enough event, but wish I hadn't used so many incubators.
Yeah, they're a con. Hatching eggs is a con. We know this.
We know that. We tell you. We teach you that.
Oh no, I got a shiny from
it was okay for me. But to be honest, that was the what I did probably 50, 60 eggs over the event, and that was the one thing. Admittedly, it was a very, very, very good thing.
Wild spawns, got the shiny. Field research, yeah, got the shiny.
I think I'm the anomaly that proves the rules, to be honest, of this event. That's the only thing. I'm very much the minority in terms of having the luck with it.
Smiley, you got the perfect trifecta then, didn't you? So
yeah.
Why you want to trade these, I don't know. You want to keep
but I'm being bullied into it.
But thank you, everyone, for sharing that.
Yes, thank you. It's fantastic to hear your community feedback on these events.
But, we've been talking about the link into Sendai. It's ended. And by the time you hear this, it will have ended a week ago. Madrid will be a week or so away. I just want to have a bit of a chat about Sendai. We've all seen it, Ian. Go on, mate.
Well, yes, none of us were lucky enough to be in Sendai, so we've purely been reliant on the social media side of things to live it vicariously. And we've seen a lot on Instagram, we've seen a lot on X, we've seen a lot on YouTube from the guys and gals that are out there, our peers. And we'll just have a couple of minutes just to talk about it, because first impressions, I will say, is Sendai looked epic.
Yes.
The
Amazing.
gameplay
Hell yeah.
looked awesome. The raids starting at 5:30 a.m. People were raiding for the entirety of the day, pretty much, like Whitfield hopes he will be doing in New York.
No, there's no hope about it. I just will.
But I mean, apart from a little bit of rain, the weather looked great. It did rain while the GoFest was on, but the event, I mean, other than saying it looked next level, I don't know what to say. The gyms, the stops, everything was just insane. And you've only got to check out some of the posts on X or check out some YouTube videos. I mean, Zoe, Daxi, JT Valor, Cricket, to name just a few, they had crazy luck out there, and people were coming away with literally everything that was available.
Yeah. People were coming away with everything that was new, released, and even more, because there was a big chase, obviously, for Emolga as the new shiny, and then there were a bunch of costumes to go for. There were Oricorios to chase, 2 different versions. I know a big draw was a lot of people were going for the Sensu. I think it's Sensu Oricorio.
Yeah.
The APAC one.
Yeah, because there's going to be 2 at each GoFest.
The island one.
Over in Madrid, we'll be able to
is
get
it the PAL?
version.
The PAL style is the one that's at
Yes.
every single GoFest.
That's right. And then we'll get the Bailey one.
You'll get the best
Madrid,
looking shiny one, to be honest, in
and
Madrid.
then the pom-pom over in the States in New York.
Absolutely. And in terms of people's luck and stuff, I've seen all kinds of the spectrum, but people were coming away with literally hundreds of shinies of all manner of things. And these were people who were clicking the things that they wanted. If you want a ton of costume Eevee, which is only at the live events, people got tons of them. I need to give a bit of a shout out to Patreon member Barside2, Paul, who blew my mind when I saw on social media. He got, was it 400 Necrozma plus a Shundo, a traded Shundo.
Barside likes his raids.
Yes, but that was it. I saw the raid game out there, and they were raiding from 5 a.m. The first 2 days of the event, the raids had 10-minute timers on them, so they were just circling non-stop with the new Ultra Beast and the shiny Xurkitree, which I'm immensely jealous of. And the Saturday, Sunday, I think because, from what I've heard, because there was more people there because it was a weekend, there were 25-minute timers on the raids, but that's still, people were doing like 170, 200 raids in a day.
It's crazy. We talk about balance in the game. I mean, a GoFest is kind of that aside, but there was no balance. They had everything. And going back to Wild Spawns, Wild, Umbreon, and Espeon as well.
With the costume,
With the costume, yeah.
But given the day-night theme, obviously with, Solgaleo, Lunala, and the fusions and everything, seeing people getting their fusion energy, having to pick and choose with the time research. I mean, Zoe nabbing the research Hundo Lunala was quite something to see.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to see people getting lucky with the eggs, because typically we've experienced that eggs are trash.
And the eggs at GoFest, there were 7Ks.
There were 7Ks, but they delivered a lot of good stuff to people, which gives me hope for our events that we're going to be doing very soon as well.
Exactly, because we've all got the Enthusiast add-on.
Exactly.
So we're getting a reduced bonus. We've all got the Raid Lover add-on. So we can just go as ham as we want.
I watched a little bit. I loved the things they dropped. I loved seeing fusion energy. I like seeing a new mechanic. I like seeing, depending, I think wasn't it Rich Ruby went down? You've got an encounter with.
Yeah, you have to pick one.
And that determines if you're going to get solar or lunar energy.
Yeah.
So you pick which version of Necrozma you want.
I loved Mystic 7. Shout out to Mystic 7 getting his Shundo Eevee. Was it with the Moon Crown, wasn't it?
No, he hatched the Shundo Emolga.
Oh, but he also hatched the Shundo costume Eevee.
Yeah.
He caught the Shundo costume
He got
Eevee.
3 things, 3 Shundos, I think, because he got a traded Shundo Mareep and then the Shundo Emolga hatch.
Oh, don't talk about.
Shundo
Let's not talk about Mareep.
Eevee.
Fleecy Boy would be very excited about that.
Fleecy Boy.
But I think,
All right, he was there.
but it was so nice to see stuff to chase in it, wasn't it? And I think, we always do have that concern that the game can only release so much into it. But I don't know about you guys. I love a costume shiny. I love the fact there's Pikachus. I love the fact there's Eevees. I think for me, having the raid. I rarely raid heavily, but I think I've got a feeling I'm going to be raiding very heavily this time around in Madrid. We'll see international friends that might want to trade us a shiny Zerkatry when we're there. So just please
wink,
do that.
wink, nudge,
Thank
nudge,
you.
lucky friends.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Obviously, Global will get all this, but I do actually want to make a little apology to everybody. No one's pulled me up on it, but I realised that I made this mistake on last week's show, and I also made the mistake when I was talking about it personally. But I had this feeling that Stack Attack and Blacephalon were going to be released shiny
So
for
did
the
I.
GoFest.
So did I.
Yeah, it was actually Zerkatry and Buzzwold and
Well, no, we knew they would be shiny. It's just
Pheromosa,
I think
yeah.
Pheromosa.
I think the problem is because obviously Stack Attacker and Blacephalon were in the raid rotation when Sendai GoFest was happening, so they couldn't release the shiny during that time because then it probably would have gone global. So they won't release those as shiny, but for global, they probably will.
So there's the hope there. But I did realise when I said that, oh God, no, I
No golden
can't do
Stack
that.
Attacker.
But do you know what? I think we'll be grateful for a bit of rain in Madrid. But I think Japan just knows how to do it. I know we all have similar thoughts on it, and it is a place that we do want to experience, and rightly so. But
Japan
I'm
is
looking forward.
Pokemon. Yeah,
it is Pokemon, but I'm looking forward to certainly speaking to people that have been out there,
yes,
and sharing those stories with us in person. I think that'd be really interesting and actually really exciting. And yeah, I've just loved it. It set it off beautifully for me, and 4 days and 4 very busy days out there of people playing it just shows you, like you said, it is Pokemon, isn't it? Japan is the home of Pokemon.
Yeah, and Sendai's got a very big Pokemon connection. They have all of the street lids that have Pokemon art on them, and they have the Lapras Cafe. And there was some other exhibits. There was a Lapras exhibit and a bunch of other stuff. It's so Pokemon centric out there that looking at it as a viewer at people doing these experiences and visiting these places, I'm more jealous of the travel aspect of not going to that city rather than the event.
Yeah,
because the event, I'm just immensely happy to see people having an amazingly good time and getting good shinies and hundos and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, I will get to experience something very like that game-wise in New York, but you won't experience the Sendai just city vibe because it was, bless the person who dresses up as the Lapras and has to shuffle around the Lapras Cafe in the rain in the plushy thing. There's that whole vibe, and it's just amazing to witness it on the content, on the social media posts.
Is the news.
Fair play to Reversal for talking to us in his lovely voice as he does. We have got some news, but one thing you will all probably be playing right now as you're listening to us, or certainly it'll be fresh in your minds if it is Monday and we're cheering at the start of your working week. We had Gumi Community Day today when this is released. Lovely shiny, probably the highlight other than the December Community Day mashups. Share with us, I should say, your successes from Gumi Com Day, and if you snag yourself something very special. But Ian, talk about Community Days. Something else dropped, didn't it, after our last recording?
Well, yes. Put in your calendar for June 2025, Jangmo-o Community Day, because that's going to be coming. But let's stick with 2024, shall we? Community Day Classic. Little fire type Mon is coming back. I predicted a starter. Mark kind of predicted a little bit closer to this starter, but June 2024's Community Day Classic. Cyndaquil will be the featured Mon between 2 and 5 p.m. on June the 22nd. Yes, that is a Saturday.
Nice.
Now, the featured attack, as with the original Community Day, by evolving Quilava into a Typhlosion, it will know the charge attack, Frenzy Plant.
Yeah.
No, it'll know Blast Burn, which gives a trainer battle and gym and raid battle power of 110. What that means, we don't know. Milo Mite is a closet GBLer, but we move on. There will be a $1 or equivalent in local currency Community Day special research story. And the bonus that you can expect for this one, 2 times XP for catching mons, 2 times Stardust for catching mons. So make sure eggs and star pieces are down. Low modules and Incensed, that does exclude daily adventure. Activated during the event will last for 3 hours. And there will be surprises by taking a few snapshots during the Community Day hours. Mark?
That'll be 5.
5 surprises. Yeah.
5 surprises.
Yep. As is standard with a community, there will be field research tasks that will reward goodies and encounters with Cyndaquil. Showcases, yes, that's going to be a thing. And yes, there will be a Pokemon Go web store Ultra Community Day box for $4.99 or your equivalent, which will give you 10 Ultra Balls, 1 Elite Charge TM, 1 special research story ticket. That'll save you $1. I won't be buying it, but if you want to, knock yourself out. There will be all other event bundles by checking the in-game store. And that is pretty much it. Comp Day Classic, boys. Cyndaquil, thoughts?
I like. It's very nice.
Cyndaquil isn't one of my favourite starters. But, you know, I'm okay with this one. It'll be a nice community classic. It'll be chill. And yeah, I think the first time round, I think I only probably got half a dozen of these. I don't think I even broke double figures. So
we wouldn't have, because back in the day, this was November 2018.
It was when the shinies were a lot rarer than they are now.
Yes, you couldn't get very many during the 3 hours. The spawns weren't, you just didn't have as many spawn points as we do these days. But Typhlosion, now we've got the Hisuian form in the game as well. And I've seen people using Typhlosion for various different things. We've got the Shadow. Cyndaquil hasn't really had a chance to be available for an XL Candy grind. The last time we seriously saw Cyndaquil in an event was Johto Tour. That was about it. Cyndaquil is personally my favourite starter of the Gen 2s, but Gen 2 itself kind of gets overshadowed because you've got Gen 3 and Gen 1 with their Megas, etc. But something I am a big fan of is the double bonus. So usually we have a triple catch XP or Stardust thing. Putting 2 times for both bonuses on one Com Day, I think, is a really good split. And really right for a Com Day Classic, because it means that Com Day Classic doesn't always follow suit with whatever the main Com Day is doing that month. So having both, I think, is a really good idea. And I'll grind for the XL Candy. I'll whack the Mega Charizard Y down and go for it, because I've got some decent IV Shadow Typhlosions I'd like to get to level 50.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. You know, do you like Cyndaquil, Milo? Because it's got a fiery bottom. Does that sort of...
It's a good marshmallow toaster.
It's a good marshmallow toaster. Yeah, I mean, it's reassuring that we've put Kanto behind now on Community Day Classics.
Thank God for that.
Johto is now going to be with us for the next 3 years, so enjoy it. Cyndaquil's a lovely Pokemon. I think I have no interest in GBL, unfortunately, unless there's something Stardusty to really go for. But I've got loads of Cyndaquils from the last Com Day. I think the beauty is Candy XL, as Milo's already said, don't want to repeat it, wasn't there then. So there's a real opportunity to get some serious mega gains with your fire types on that one to get your Candy XL. So knock yourselves out on that one. Saturday, why Saturday? Classic should be Sunday. Gumi should be Saturday.
I agree. I think Classic should be Sunday, and main Com Days are better on a Saturday, but that's because we have the entire weekend free and create content. I suppose balancing them out is better in general for everybody, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why they put them in that order, because Bounce Suite, as you guys said earlier, was actually a Sunday. So theoretically, Gumi should have been a Saturday if they're going alternating that way. It is what it is.
Milo, going from fiery bottoms to something that you enjoy probably more so.
Fiery balls.
Fiery balls, Milo. What's going on in Madrid then?
Vindaloo's?
I'm not a fan of that sort of spicy food. But anyway, if this is relevant to something happening in a week's time, you may have heard of it. It's called Madrid GOFest. So, something was posted by Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go trainers have a chance to win a personalized Pokéstop by visiting the new, how do you say this word?
Soccer.
Football?
Soccer, isn't it, Mark? Soccer?
Football experience.
Football soccer.
Football soccer or soccer football, whichever takes your fancy.
Fußball, if you want to say it German.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know the Spanish for it, but is it still football? I just think it's spelt differently. That's the only thing. But there is a football experience tied into Madrid, and I have always said on this podcast and throughout my entirety of my life, I know nothing about football, but even I'm aware that Madrid has some football connection. So,
who's the team that play in Madrid, Milo? Is it? Don't say Barcelona.
Wrexham.
You don't them. Wrexham.
So you can win a personalised Pokéstop. I think they've done this once or twice before with other events, but so if you attend the park during the Madrid GoFest, the 14th to the 16th of June, you will be able to meet the following football legends. Maybe they'll come with a legendary Pokemon attached.
Pokemon UK Masterful 2017 and Waterfall.
3 notable professional.
Which trio are we then in terms of the legendary Pokemon?
We're the legendaries, aren't we, Ian? That's us.
So you've got the weather trio,
Just say
you've
past
got the
and
forces of
present,
nature. Well,
Mythicals, Ian.
Mythicals, oh goodness me. Keep an eye out for these 3 legendary international Spanish footballers, past and present, on the 14th of June. I can't even pronounce these names. Mark, save my bacon, please.
It's Gaisca Mendieta. And for anyone listening to the show that knows football, big player, played for Middlesbrough.
Milo, you should know that. Middlesbrough, near Newcastle.
Yes.
It sounds
your
familiar.
favourite area of the north.
It sounds familiar. When Mark said this, I nearly thought he was going to say Fernando Alonso, but he's a Formula One driver instead. Fernando Morientes.
Very good, Milo. And for our listeners who know football, big player, played for Liverpool.
I have heard of that city. He will be in the park on
The only reason
June
Milo's
the
fit
15th.
for Liverpool is that he went to the Safari Zone.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, on June the 16th, yes, it's not the person from Little Britain. It's Vicky Losada.
And Milo, who does she play for?
I don't know, Trinidad and Tobago.
She plays for Brighton and Hove Albion.
So Newcombs will know her then.
Personally? Or?
I'm being cheeky here. I'm being cheeky here. All of these players have also played for Real Madrid, the Galacticos of European football and the European champions this season, which is the biggest prize in world soccer. Football. European football, I should say.
Mark, can I say something before Milo carries on with the news? And I don't think I'm the only one in this boat. Whitfield's not going to be there. He's going to be sunning himself in Sardinia. But I could walk past any one of these and I wouldn't have a Scooby who they are.
Exactly. And it's really embarrassing because you'd walk past them and they'd all know you're Ian Waterfall. To be honest with you, I had to Google images of them so I would recognise them, because when I watched them play, it was about 25 years ago when they graced the Premier League. Hey, listen, I'm in a different boat to you boys with this. I'm very excited about this. Morientes is one of my favourite players in the Premier League. I think the opportunity that they're tying in a game that we all love, and they're tying it into a global sport which has a big following, certainly in Europe as well as the UK, shows this game is moving on. We're going to be over there when Spain are playing in their first Euro 24 game on that Saturday. So there's going to be a real buzz in Madrid. And the fact that they're tying it in with the game, and actually these footballers on their social medias are talking about Pokemon GoFest. So it's such a really
It's a really good tie-in with... Yeah, as you say, it's a very popular sport, be it as it may that Ian and I are not fans of it, but it has a huge, huge following. Spain is a very football-centric nation,
Absolutely,
and Madrid is huge. So this is really interesting to see them tie this in. However, I do have to get back to the prize, or whatever it is, the personalised Pokéstop. So this new area will feature a Pokemon Go-themed football skills zone in celebration of football in Europe, plus exciting competition prizes for trainers. A grand prize winner will have a unique chance to have one personalised Pokéstop placed within their hometown in a location of their choice for a limited time. So it's not permanent. That's the key thing to get over. And it's always subject to Niantic's standard Pokéstop rule. One grand prize will be available per park session, 6 in total, each on a first-come, first-served basis. So it sounds like they've got like a little football kind of section where you can actually kind of do some football
Well, they have,
tricks or
because
whatever.
it's saying that the football stars are doing meet and greets and coaching sessions.
Yeah, so they've got actually quite an interesting area played out there. And, you know, there'll be 6 people, because obviously it's morning and afternoon for 3 days. So there'll be 6 lucky winners who will then have a temporary Pokéstop. How long they have the Pokéstop for, I don't know. I hope it's somewhat of a significant period of time. A couple of months would be quite nice.
Limited time is quite a vague...
Like, you have it for 1 hour as soon as you land back at your hometown. But yeah, there you go. That's an extra piece of information going down at Madrid.
It's going to be interesting to see what the crowds are around the game, because I think, in a public park, with this event, it's not Germany, there will be people in there as well. It's going to be very, very interesting, and all publicity is good publicity. Well done, Pokemon Go, and nice to hear other people talking about the game. I think all we need is Ed Sheeran to be out there, and it'll complete us.
Ariana, we need Ariana out there.
Ariana, indeed. Well, from some fantastic news, we are going to go into a game. And I think it's only fair we play this again. It's one of my favourite games, actually. But we're going to play a little bit of Shiny Happy Pokemon. Oh, that's such a good tune. It's a summer vibe, that tune is.
It's very summer vibes.
I do love it. So we're going to play Shiny Happy Pokemon, and we're going to alternate it this time around, but we're going to play it until somebody is left standing. Let's be nice, boys, as we crank it up through the levels. Let's not all start with something brutal. I'll be going to Ian, which allows Ian to be nasty to Ian to flow to Milo. So
I always get stitched up with these because people give me really hard ones.
Well, let's see,
Ian, how
this goes. So, Ian, I'm going to start, and my first one to you is a simple one. So remember that, Ian. Be nice.
Simple if you know the answer.
Ian, we all know that you like your shoulder.
Yes.
What colour is the tongue? What colour is Shiny Shelter's shell?
It's orange. So it was being nice. You wait till the next one. Okay, so Mark picked one for me from Kanto, so I will do the same for you, Whitfield.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes. Are you ready?
No, but so anyway.
Glad one of us is.
What colour, and I'm going to make this a simple one for you, what colour is the outer body of Shiny Staryu? I'm not going to go for the gem in the middle, I'm going to go for the outer body.
Staryu. In Pokemon Go, it's like a kind of revolting green.
And we are talking about Pokemon Go, so you're correct.
Yes. And because it's obviously round one, I will be reasonably nice to Masterful 27. What colour are the flames on Shiny Ponyta?
Do you know what is so random? That was the one I was going to ask Ian to start with.
Was it?
I love Shiny Ponyta.
It's
so
good Shiny.
Right, yeah.
It's actually probably one of the best ones, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's blue.
It is. Yes.
And I love that crossover they did with what's the Niantic game with the green and the blue?
Oh, Ingress.
Ingress. So they did, wasn't it? Shiny Cubone, wasn't it? And Shiny Ponyta.
Oh yes, yeah, that was an event
it.
release. Yeah, I remember that.
Very clever, very clever. Well, we're all through round one, which means we've all been equally as nice. Ian, this is a Pokemon that holds a fond memory to you in Liverpool because I've never seen a reaction to a Shundo as good as this.
Okay.
So, Ian, I would like to know what colour are the antenna bits, or the bits dangling off its antennae at the front, the lit up parts of Shiny Chinchu?
Oh my god.
Quite harsh.
I don't know. Orange?
They're green, Ian. Oh.
That was a tough one.
You don't know your own Shundo. What's wrong with you, Vasa?
No, let's be honest. Why would I?
Because it's a 4-star shiny, mate.
Do you know what? Ian, that's a very valid point. when you got that Shundo, to listeners who might not know the story, it was the most flattest sort of flaccid reaction to it, because we were a little bit played it down. Oh, it's a shiny. Everyone's got to remember it was a re-roll of it. We played it during lockdown.
Yeah, this was Liverpool 2.0, really.
But it was when he got it. He looked. He
had a spark for about a quarter of a second. He saw the 4-starness and was like, oh yeah, it's Chinchu. I don't care.
I'm not going to be as mean as Mark was to you, actually, as to me.
Meansterful 27.
We're going to go legendary, but I want to know what colour is the beak of Shiny Farfetch'd?
Which form?
Kanto.
Kanto form. Okay, that doesn't help me at all because I don't have this shiny. The beak.
I haven't got this shiny either.
The beak, I'm going to say, is it like a beige colour?
It's yellow. Like a yellowy orange.
Okay, then.
Definitely not beige.
So this is going to be a dead game, then.
So basically, if Mark gets this wrong,
yeah,
we're all back in play. But if
we're
Mark
all
gets
back
this
in
right,
play,
he's the winner.
Okay, so Masterful 27. We are going to go legendary with this one.
Oh.
I want you to tell me what is the colour of the tail feathers and the head crest of Shiny Ho-Oh.
Ooh, that's a tough
I want to
one.
say they were golden colour.
I'm afraid they are silver.
Oh, silver!
The wings themselves are gold.
Oh, Milo, well done.
So
we're all back.
we're back in the game.
We've got a game on.
We're all
We've got a
equally
game.
as inept at naming the shinies.
Let's go back to it then. So, Ian, we've all got an extra life. Here we go. So, let's extinguish yours very quickly. Only joking, Ian, only joking.
Yeah, but you're not.
But I would like to know, on Shiny Driftblim,
Oh my god. Okay.
what colour is the cross on the front of its face?
Black.
It is light blue.
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah.
And Ian has been extinguished again.
If we all keep getting it wrong, though.
We're all going to keep getting it wrong now. We need someone to get it right. We know then that it's definitely a conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pogo Milo UK YT. What colour is the nose of Shiny Skidoo?
Oh, that's tricky, dude. I say it's pink.
It's yellow.
Maybe it's the normal one that's pink.
It's black, the normal one.
Is
isn't
it?
it? The nose.
Black,
Pink
yeah.
nose. Okay.
Yeah.
Something had a pink nose.
But you've now got a
This is
stub
going
mark,
very well.
otherwise
This is
we're
going
not-
very, very well indeed.
We're just all getting savage with each other now, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So the left eyelid.
So, Masterful 27. I want you to tell me what is the colour of the hands and feet of Shiny Hariyama,
Ooh.
which just had its spotlight hour tonight.
Are they purple?
He's right. I'd say they're a purple. They are a purple. Like a nice lavender colour, I would say.
Yeah, Makahita's red, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
And Hariyama takes it with a purple. Well done. Well done. That was a sort of generous attempt to try and stump you there, but you have overcome.
back to back.
That is
Game
well
chat.
played, Mark. Seriously, that
Yeah.
I would not have got
I
that.
just want to say thanks to our Patreon members as well. Yeah, one of the benefits of our Gold Patreon tier is we have some of our Patreon members in with us playing the game alongside us. And just want to say thanks for all the guesses. It's always fun to see those after we've finished the game.
I always turn the
And,
chat off during the game. Yeah,
yeah.
They're trying
I've
not to
just
load,
opened it
but
now,
some
I've
of them
just got it
were
open.
correct.
Yeah, and Sue and Francis, I'll take your thanks. Thank you so very much. It's rare that I actually win a game. So back to back
Well,
weeks.
back to back.
Do you know
Not
what
bad.
that means, Mark?
Go on.
You're the game lord for our Madrid special next week. So,
Yes!
are we going to see a pub quiz?
Hell yeah, we are. Oh
Madrid
yes.
quiz. That would be
Yes,
quite
yeah, we're
fun
doing
to
it.
do.
Yeah, yes, we're doing it. Well, we're going from a shiny section of a game there to everyone's favourite part of the show because we're going to do some shinies of the week.
Shinies of the week.
So starting off shinies of the week, we've got one here from I think it's Liza, but it's at Shadow Hunter 91. Day trip to Margate, listening to the latest 2 episodes of Incensed podcast. We do recommend that. If you do miss a week, back to backers, we can keep you entertained, definitely. Spent around 5 hours walking around, hit up the arcade a little. Why not? I think I'd be doing the same if I was on the coast. 5 Wiglets caught. Very decent return
That's
on
good,
that
'cause
sandy beach
they're
biome.
not the most common. Yeah,
They're not. And this at the station to go home. Are you ready for this one?
go on.
Because we spoke about it earlier.
Mhm.
Shiny Emolga.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
Shiny Emolga
Nice.
caught. And was it a shun? I don't know.
What's the number?
Oh, it's a wild spawn, but they've put the little shundo symbol on it, almost included it in the image. Doesn't mention it in the description. Was it a shundo? Let us know. But yeah, 765 wild CP shiny, beautiful. And then when they got home, shiny Stunfisk as well.
Oh, that's quite
Hey.
a good day.
That's a very good
going.
day.
So our next up is from the Incensed Campfire. Join that if you're not already. There's another way to contact us, as we talked about earlier. Grumpy Cricket 83, simple post, hashtag Shinies of the Week, and it is the shiny Marini, which is gorgeous. This was posted last week after the Spotlight Hour.
I did actually mention this in the Sendai chat, but it was tagged through our Discord for Patreon and also on X as well. So it's Barside 2, day 1 day one of Pokemon GOFest in Sendai, and I think I already won it. 3 Hundo Necrozmas from raids and 1 Shalundo, from a trade. I'm done. Park today. Let's go. Hashtag Pokemon Go. And yeah, you're very much sorted for your fusions. Congrats on the triple Hundo and the Schlundo. What a way to kick off the GoFest season, dude.
Yeah, we've got quite a few here. And I think this one's worth a special mention because our boy Nakeem Brown has said, finally, 412 routes and 250 cells later, I hit the required amount of cells to evolve my Zygarde fully into its 100% form. Until we can get another Zygarde, I'm done with routes for the time being. I said I haven't really started being into routes, to be fair, but well done for doing it.
Nice shiny, Nakeem, yeah.
Yeah, nice shiny there. Hashtag Shinies of the Week, Pokemon Go, and hashtag Zygarde.
I thought you were going to do a Dwayne Johnson impression then, Mark, when you said, finally.
Fine. How's it going? Finally.
My rock has...
But as
WWE Milo from a long time ago before.
I was going to say, you just sound like you're
Dwayne
babbling.
Yeah. But yeah, it was an 11, 10, 15 on the IVs, but well done, mate. Well done.
Nice.
Yeah, still a nice shiny. Yeah, Zygarde, yeah. Or Zygarde.
Ian, you're savage. Ian, you're so savage.
He knows I'm kidding.
So dismissal as well. Yeah, it's nice.
That one was in San Diego. It was a Zygarde, wasn't it?
Zygarde cell, yes.
I need to mention this next one from fellow YouTuber and Greg's very own Mike Newcombs. Posted 4 days ago on X at Incensed Podcast. I know I'm very late with this one, but it had to be mentioned. My hashtag Shines of the Week entry is this beauty, hatched on Ferroseed Incense Day. No shinies from Incense, but everyone in our group looked very peeved when I hatched this, and it's the shiny Sandile, which is, gotta admit, it's a
good
great
hatch.
Shiny. Yeah,
Such a good hatch.
Yeah, we can't all be good at the game, Mike, can we? Well done, mate. Well done.
And to finish off, speaking about being good at the game, this came through just about a week ago as we wrapped up last week's recording. Our very own Sue Hermes Ninja in the Discord posted Incense for the win, of course, hashtag Shinies of the Week. And it's a Marini Spotlight Hour where she got 4 shinies.
Wow.
I've never seen something that's not boosted get 4 shinies on the Spotlight
That is
Hour.
a definite win. Yeah, GG's Sue.
There was 2 of them were incense spawns, so there you go. Proof, incense, and our podcast work together like a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Indeed.
Well done. Thank you, everybody, for sharing them with us. It is nice to hear your successes. And like I said at the beginning of the show, please use the hashtag. It is nice to share your successes, your shiny successes, I should say, with you all. It is good. But we are going to add a little extra feature onto tonight's show before we round this one out, because we've actually had some messages come through our Buzzsprout platform we host a show on. So, Ian, Buzzsprout messages, ahoy!
What on earth are they saying?
Yes. Buzzsprout, our host, call it fan mail. It's not really, it's just people sending us text messages. But we have had 2 through. Unless people put their names on it, they're pretty much anonymous. We don't get phone numbers. We don't know. All we know is that both of these came from the United Kingdom. And the first one came through on May the 26th. It says, hey guys, it's Tom Baker 16. So we've got a name there, Tom Baker.
There you go.
I'm guessing Doctor Who fan, unless Tom Baker really is your name. Just to say, I love the latest episode of the podcast, as I love them all. Regards to Ferroseed Incense Day, what a pile of S''T''E. It seemed so pointless of an adventure. Hashtag love you guys, 5-star. Thanks, Tom. And the
We apologise
second
about
one
that event.
came through literally just yesterday from Anonymous with a phone number ending 469. Hi guys, great podcast as always, 5-star.
We'll take that.
I mean,
won't we?
By putting it actually on Spotify or Apple as a physical review, if you haven't already. But we'll take the written 5-star for sure.
That's fabulous. Thank you very much, peeps.
Well, we can't lose sight of how much we like to get reviews off people, because it allows us to hear what you think about the show, but also challenges us if you feel like we're going
to read the responses,
going a little bit down. But on our Spotify, we've got 326 reviews now. on 4.9.
Can we get to
Beautiful.
350 before Madrid?
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
If you're
Come on,
listening to
everyone.
this on Spotify and you haven't rated us already, please just drop us a score, a review, whatever you can do on Spotify. Put it on there. Let's get us up to 350 reviews before Madrid
Challenge
next week.
accepted.
Milo's like, I'm now
Challenge.
creating 25 Spotify accounts.
Just typing away.
Oh, dear. That was nice. I like Buzzsprout messages. Let's have a few more of them.
Do you know, I think all of those reviews, wouldn't you agree, Ian? Something's pepped up. And now we're sending the goat to chop it down.
Its teeth have...
What are you doing?
Well, hopefully the goat's teeth have developed and it's now able to tackle the more girthy
We love
material.
the goat.
Yeah, it's been nurtured and now it can handle hard wood.
So the boys have shared which body part they'd happily sacrifice. I asked the listeners and the followers on X
I haven't even
to
looked.
say, which of these would you agree to the most? Well, the good news is we had 62 votes on tonight's poll.
7 off a nice number.
So that's a decent number, 7 off a very decent number, but certainly over the half century, which is where we need to be. Thank you so much. And in third place, with 10% of the vote, 10% of people would prefer to have their middle toe taken off.
I took it more literally than
Are those
you guys.
10% Star Trek fans?
Yeah. Got a party trick for you. Hold
Live
on.
long and prosper and don't bleed to death.
In second place with 29% of the vote, which does mean we've got an overwhelming winner
Yeah,
in tonight's
yeah.
Don't tell me
show.
Mark's tooth wins.
20, not just any tooth, Ian. If it is the winner, that'd be interesting. 29% of people said appendix.
Yeah.
They'd rather go under the knife and have their pinky, not pinky, so middle toe taken off. Which means that tonight's winner with 61% of the vote, 8 off a nice percentage number, is the wisdom tooth.
Yeah. That's a resounding victory. I don't want a goat dentist.
Victory. And some of our listeners have come up with some great ones. I do like Sue's. I'm going to mention you, Sue, because this is beautifully written. So Sue, our own Hermes Ninja's put, removal of a middle toe would muck up my pedicure. So a big cross there.
It'll cost you less.
Wisdom tooth.
Per toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wisdom tooth. Nope. Need all the wisdom I can muster. I love it. Cross off there. Appendix by default. Let's go with that. Tick.
There's a lot of love for the goat in the chat, I'd like to add.
Who doesn't,
There's a
who
lot of
doesn't
goat
love
love.
the goat? Yeah.
We all love the goat, don't we?
We've got an interesting checklist from Nakeem Brown. So it says body parts remove list, wisdom teeth, all of them, check. Appendix 17 years ago, check. Middle toe, I'm quite fond of my toe, so won't be doing that. PSA, this is what I was thinking. The appendix is a ticking time bomb that can kill you at any given moment. But, I mean, you've successfully done 2 of the 3 on our list, so I guess you're the default winner.
Yeah, he's winning.
Yeah. Kitty Pokemon's a lot. GoHub's very own said, wisdom teeth? Mine are long gone. In total, I've had something like 12 teeth removed because I had way too many. So I have plenty to spare for the sacrifice.
I love this one from Charlie Todd. I got a bit concerned because it said there's extra. Click on the. So X basically says there's some that might have sensitive language on it. Click to reveal them. I'm like, oh goodness, what have we got down here? But actually, Charlie Todd's is fantastic. So Charlie said it would depend on what I'm sacrificing it for, but I have a lot of toes. By a lot, I mean the normal amount. I don't have extra.
I've got an 11 flying around. I quite like this one. Lifelang Leo. The question is, what are we sacrificing these for? Unlimited remote raids? Then maybe I'd switch from my wisdom teeth to a toe.
if that was the case, Milo would be literally sacrificing every body part except for his hand.
I wouldn't need anything else.
Just be Milo with one little hand.
As long as I have a phone holder, I can just have my right or left hand, that'd be fine.
Yeah, you'd be like the Davros of.
Oh my god. Or like, what was it? Or the
Pokemon
dude. No, it's not the dude from Scary Movie 2.
Mark Bailey said, maybe a line for £1 from the Tooth Fairy from the tooth. It's probably the easiest to remove and least missable of the list. Having said that, maybe not a wise decision.
Yeah, very droll. Also, that quid you could put towards a raid pass.
Maybe. But thank you, everybody, for getting involved. That was a nice response, actually, this week. So we do like that. So thank you very much. Well, 174. We hope you've enjoyed it. I mean, if you didn't enjoy it, you probably won't be at this point of the show and not listening to what I'm about to say. But no, thank you, everybody, for joining us on tonight's show with the GOAT. The goat's been quite prevalent, hasn't it, since my poll came out? Well done, Goat.
It's got a lot of work to go through, you know.
It's got a lot of work.
It's starting at the back end of the show, it's working its way forwards.
God. If you enjoyed the podcast, please, as we've said before, hit the follow and subscribe button on Apple, Google, Spotify. It makes it easier for you to keep up to date with the latest shows when they are uploaded, and preferably with a 5-star review to boot. But hey, if you don't like it and you want to challenge us, do it in the right way for a review. Not in person at GoFest. Don't do it like that, please. That'd be lovely. Please follow us on our social medias. We've said that at the beginning of the show, but X, Instagram, Thrive. Did I say Thrive? That's not one.
Is that a new one we don't know about?
Threads, I meant to say. Instagram, Discord, Campfire, and all the good stuff. Incensed podcast to keep updated with all of our latest shenanigans. Hey, I got that word in. That's been a while since we've said that.
That word,
Shenanigans.
And as I said before, use our hashtag Shinies of the Week if you do want to be featured in the Shinies of the Week section. It's at this point of the show we also like to thank our amazing Patreon members. With the power of Patreon, it does allow us to spend the time required to make the show sound as good as it is for your lovely ears. This doesn't happen fast, quickly, overnight. It takes a lot of time and dedication from the editors, not the band, the editors. No, Pokemon UK and Ian Waterfall.
Fun fact, the editors aren't called the editors. I think they're just called editors.
Oh, editors. There we go.
Well, we still can't play guitar, so...
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I can't speak guitar. What am I saying? I'm going to shut up.
All I know is I would rather listen to you two over the band. But anyway, that's no shade on editors. But no, thank you everybody for using our Patreon to support us, because like we say, without it, we wouldn't be here. And that is really, really genuine. It makes the difference and the time required to get us to this listening that you're enjoying. But we do also like to take this opportunity to thank our gold Patreon members by name. You really do make the difference, and thank you all so very, very much. Our gold Patreon members are Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Apex171, Mufti, Barside 2, Highbone, Maz, aka Ozma Lionheart, and Mandy Croft.
Nice.
Thank you all for being amazing.
But boys, don't forget, next week it is Madrid GoFest. We need to find an inventive way of getting Mark to Madrid.
I ain't getting on no airplane. That's it.
No, he will get on a plane to Europe. It's fine.
Travel east on a plane, Ian. I just don't go west. So another music reference there, probably. Oh. Go west.
Go west.
But anyway, we will see you all.
Hold your horses there, boys. Good news.
What?
Go on, Milo. I've held the horses.
The horses are held, and they're going to stay held for next week's Spotlight Hour. It's June the 11th. There is 2 times transfer candy, so maybe worth transferring your Goomies from the community day during that hour. However, the featured Pokemon is Wingull.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing. It won't be boosted like
a lot of people
like the
might
Safari
have a
Zone.
Wingull, shiny, possibly.
And after Spotlight Hour, they probably won't either.
Probably
it's
still
not,
won't.
It's not boosted.
Well, on that flappy disappointment, we will see you all next week in Madrid.
Oh, yeah, we'll see you in Madrid. Yeah.
I won't.
Milo won't, but we will.
You'll see me in a raid, possibly.
You'll see Milo in Sardinia.
I choose you!